of the spout right here out of this hole, and this is the wick. This is what will actually be on fire, and fuel will go over this and onto the ground. Does that make sense? But you want to turn it so that the, like I say, we use these a lot on when we're burning out, like usually like man-made control lines like roads and things like that. We use the fusee on blower lines, or we just use the council tool, the fire rake. I'll do this. This brings up the blower. I don't think it got any half. But I don't remember who it was asking.
But really good for mop up. That stuff is going to stick and stay there for quite some time. Slowly soak in. All right. See us working with typical donut roll. You see how the male is in there protected. Okay. We dig our ditch, we're piling that up to help increase the barrier for something rolling. All we really do is we use the tool to our best ability to cut a trench out. Once we get it started, then just real simple, kind of like putting in a water line at the house.
You just want to leave the mound of dirt to catch it, kind of that ridge.
And this is important, this piece stuff, but that's a pretty easy thing to picture. You get a stump down here, just dig a ring around it. So if you're digging line today and you see something like that, a stump that's going to be on the inside.
We want to blow out basically, if your fire's to the right of you, you want to blow out the left side of the drain. Get all that material blowed out on that left side, because sometimes when you get down to where the flags start moving in again, you'll see the bottom of the fire, you'll be on another little flat, and just keep on going and tie in with each other. We'll did a really good job. Real good job. Another thing, like a crew leader, too. Generally, when one of us is leading the crew up a hill, we go down a ways and mark places for them to go.
Here we go. All right, first thing, if you'll state and spell your name for me, please.
Roger Osborne, and that's RODGEROZBURN.
Okay, and what's your official title?
I am an Assistant Regional Forester for the West Virginia Division of Forestry out of Region 1.
Which includes what all there?
Which includes 12 county area of north central West Virginia and the northern panhandle of West Virginia.
Okay, very good. What is the training that you're providing here this week?
This week we're providing the basic wildland fire suppression training, the same thing that we give volunteer firefighters and state and federal personnel. We're teaching them the basics on how to fight fire in the wildlands.
Okay, what all does that entail?
It starts off with a whole day on fire behavior, learning why fire behaves and why it burns the way it does in certain types of fuel, what it does, and the reasons why it burns differently at a certain point in time and topography as it does somewhere else. So we spend that day doing that. Then we move into the actual tactics and strategies of suppressing the fire. We talk about crew cohesion, organization. We talk about the actual suppression techniques that we use. We do a lot on safety, where we have quite a bit on crew safety and awareness, and we stress putting lookouts out there and using good escape routes and solid communications. And we all wrap it into the final product of being able to come out and do a mock fire exercise and effectively control a small wildfire.
And so why is this so important to the state of West Virginia right now?
This is important to the state of West Virginia at this time because we're experiencing an abnormally dry period. We've gone several weeks without any appreciable rain statewide, and it has brought us into drought conditions. Worse in the southern part of the state than here in the north, but relatively severe as they go. We're starting to see water tables drop, and evidence by being in the woods here today that it is quite dry all the way down. The leaves are crunchy. We have very little moisture in the ground and definitely none right on it. So in the past we have activated the National Guard in West Virginia multiple times, at least 3-4 times that I can remember in my career. And this is just one of our ways that we're able to gain resources that are much needed at a short notice.
My name is Warrant Officer Jeremiah Bennett, J-E-R-E-M-I-A-H, Bennett, B-E-N-N-E-T-T.
And your mom named you Warrant Officer?
No.
Okay. All right.
That's just my military name, and I'm currently in that world.
There you go. What is your official title here?
I'm the commander of the 249th Army Band. So the past 3 days, we were selected to do fire training with the forestry department to help put in fire lines and other needs to help support if there was a forest fire or anything like that in the state, and they became overrun, essentially.
Okay. So you're serving as a backup auxiliary reserve unit for the forestry division?
Yes. So the forestry division has only so many people that are in their numbers, and if they, with the drought that we're undergoing right now, if the fire season would get worse than it currently is, and they would need backup, we wanted to have people who are trained in the National Guard who could step in and assist them, who are already currently aware of what they were doing.
Perfect, perfect. What's the benefit to your band members for undergoing this training?
So this unit does a whole lot of missions supporting all kinds of things within the National Guard, and since we're a band, it's typically music related or some kind of support related. But it's great for our soldiers and people to have other experiences. Right now we have 5 guys who are deployed. We have people who have other jobs throughout the state that do things outside of the unit. So this is just another opportunity for people within the unit to do other things to contribute to the National Guard in other ways other than their primary job.
So what's the benefit to the state of West Virginia of having these individuals trained?
So right now, if the state of West Virginia were called previously to help support the forestry department, we wouldn't have anybody who had any relationship with them or any experience with them. Now we have a whole unit worth of individuals that can be selected from to help be liaisons, to help jump right in and help them to do anything to bridge that gap between the forestry department and the National Guard.